This is a great little scrap buster, and it uses up your scraps really, really well. And I have been making them now for the clutch bags that I've been making. So this is the new clutch bag that I've made, and it's an extra large bag, and I made a matching tassel to go with it. So if you're watching this, you obviously want to make one as well. So I will show you how easy they are to make. So I've made one, it's a little bit shorter, that one. And I'm going to use the rest of the scraps that I had left over from making this one here. So I think that's that way. Is it that way? Yeah, it's that bit there. So what we need to do is we need to try and find the biggest part of this piece of fabric. So it looks like it's going to be from there to there. I'm going to cut that black line there, and that brown line there, and this will make a longer one like that. We need a craft knife, and what we need to do is we need to make some slits. They need to be about 2 mil between each other, and I'm just going to use my craft knife and carefully cut these. If you don't have a craft knife, use some scissors, but just be careful not to cut your fingers. So just make lots of little slices. If some of them are a little bit closer to the others, it doesn't matter. No one's going to inspect it. Just try not to cut any sections out. This is not my original idea. Tassels have been around for a long time. You can get cutting plates for Sizzix cutting machines, which make tassels, or you can just make them like this. So what I've done is I've put lots of little slits in there, you see. And what we need to do now is we need to roll this fabric. So I'm going to roll it now. Like so. And that creates a little bit of a tassel. If you wanted to make yourself a longer tassel, then just use a wider piece of material. So what we need to do now is get a piece of fabric that will go over the top of this tassel. I've got a little bit of an offcut here. This is all the stuff that I used on the bag that I just made. And what we need to do is we need to make sure that that goes over, and there's enough room still that the tassel is not stuck. So that will go over fine. Then use a D clasp with a revolving, what's this called? Can't remember. Lobster clasp. That's what it is. It's a lobster clasp. So these ones are already attached. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this piece of fabric through my lobster clasp. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Put this over my tassel, like that. And then I need to get another piece of fabric, which I've got here. Here's one I made earlier. And I need to wrap this around this, like so. Okay. So far so good. Actually, wrap that around a little bit tighter. There we go. Now I need to make sure that my seam is on the back. So right now we haven't got a front and a back, but I'm making this my front part because I've got the seam on the other side. Then using a hole punch, you need to make yourself a hole. Give it a good squeeze. And then getting your hole punch, punch right the way through all of the layers. Make sure it's in the middle and punch it out. Right the way through. Give it a good squeeze. Then being careful not to let it unravel, poke your rivet. I'm using rhinestone rivets. Poke your rivet right the way through so you can see the back. Put the cap on the back. Can't feel it. Where is it? There it is. Right, I can see it. Put that cap top on it. Right there. Yep, it's got it. And then I'm going to use my cam snap press. Got a little hand one. And I'm going to put the cap in the black part and I'm going to push down on the rivet on this part. So turn it over, put the cap in the black part and push down on the rivet. And that is a very simple tassel that will match my bag perfectly. If I wanted to, I could add this to the zip of the bag. Put it on there like that, in there like that, or I could add a little eyelet to the bag and have it dangling on there. Entirely up to me. I'll see what I want. There we go. Right, so then that's how you make it. Perfect. I hope that's helped.